curving pretty sharp right here. You're looking better.
There you go. There you go. All right, jump out. Bump out. Move out. Bump down. You see this right handy? You can hand it right here.
I'm with Chris Van Hoon from California Conservation Corps. He's going to explain what we're seeing.
That's right. Right now, the Corps members here, they're assembling what's called a sack ring. This is to work on what's called a boil, where essentially the underneath, or through the levee, I should say, has been compromised, usually by rodents burrowing. And so water's coming out here on the land side, and so they're going to build a ring of sandbags to essentially slow that flow, reduce the sediment flowing out of it, and get it to a situation where the levee is going to be stabilized.
Thank you.
Start curving it more. You guys got to move. So you need to start curving it. Turn it. Start turning. Yes, you got to meet over here in a circle.
Got it.
All right. We need to bump down.
Got it.
Bump down this way.
Hey. Come down to you?
Yeah.
Are we going that way?
There are more than 200 Corps members here training. They're from all over the state, from San Diego to Fortuna. They're practicing on the San Joaquin River levee next to Van Buskirk Park.
Keep passing it. We can't figure this out.
This training is critical so they're ready when the real thing happens, when we get a boil in a levee, when we have a breach in a levee. Mike, you want to talk about why this training is important? First, tell me who you are.
Hi, my name is Joe Maurer. I'm a safety specialist with Crew 3 from Los Padres in San Luis Obispo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi, everybody.
So, why is this training important?
Well, one of the biggest responsibilities of the CCC is emergency response, and that involves flood fighting. So we're getting into that season where after there's been a lot of fires, which means there's going to be a lot of floods, a lot of open land. So CCC comes in, they start all the way from incident command down to the bottom. CCC runs the whole thing. And yeah, it's important work, emergency work.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
Tell us what some of the things they're doing here today in addition to this project.
Sure, so right here we got the sack ring, which we already talked about for boils. We also do wave wash protection on levees, which is when there's strong waters blowing against the levee and it's kind of corroding the levee. We make big, what we call envelopes, made of visqueen to protect that levee from being corroded. We also do some structure protection around buildings, just like pyramid of sandbags to protect those buildings. And yeah, there's a new technique called the muscle wall that we're all kind of just learning, but that's the exciting new thing where we use big like plastic walls, which are supposed to be better.
I'll show folks the wall in just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're gonna for Jesse. Wait for Jesse, and then once he does about 5, you'll swap out. Wow. Keep moving down because we're moving.
You can see these are properly filled sandbags with about 25 pounds worth of sand. It's about 1/3 of the bag. You don't want to fill the sandbag all the way up. There's even a proper way to fold the top of the bag so that it keeps the water out.
Make sure you guys fold the top away from the water. The water is coming out from the middle of the oil.
This is the current right here.
We'll break away from the Corps members here for a minute. I'll show you the muscle wall. See, these are plastic They're empty now. They weigh about 40 pounds, so they can be handled by 1 or 2 people. And they have the ability to be filled with water, and then they can stand up to water put on top of a levee or next to a river or a creek that's ready to flood. It's one of the new tools that the CCC is going to be using as needed. These young people are from 18 to 25. The CCC also takes military veterans up to age 29.
Heavy sack.
It's good, bro. Don't be
Get back.
We all drop something.
This is not a race.
We all drop something.
Hey, and when you guys are chaining bags, make sure you say bag. Got it. Bag. Got it. Got it. Got it. Hold.
Hold.
Continue. Bag.
Got it.
Got it. Bag.
Got it.
Bag.
Got it.
Bag.
Got it. Got it.
Bag.
Got it.
Bag.
Got it. Got it.
Bag.
Got it.
Bag.
Got it. Got it.
Bag.
Got it.
You see they rotate people in to do the first lift.
Hold. Hold.
Communication, as you can see, is critical as well. And they stress that in their training. We're going to go over to another area where they are training to do sack topping, which is laying sandbags properly on the top of the levee to raise it for temporarily until the water recedes.
Got it. Got it.
Got it.
Fire departments, they require a permit. So they're moving communities to pretty much racing for. Instead of saying like, oh, you gotta have a high speed boat on the street. They're saying that before you have a
So if this river, this is the San Joaquin River, it has been known to get pretty high. If it should threaten this levee, these men and women from the CCC would be here to raise the levee until heavy equipment could be brought in to make it permanent if it needed to be. So we want them to know how to do this job properly. That's what they're learning today. How long have you been in the Corps?
I've been in the seas for 6 months about.
So let's say a year ago, would you have thought you'd be doing something like this?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah?
For a while, for a couple years, I've been interested in wildland firefighting. My name is Juan Bojorquez, and yeah, I dig it. The CCC is all the way.
Okay, what's your name?
Juan Bojorquez Jr.
And where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California, but I entered the CCC at San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been on any actual events?
Yeah, I actually went to 2 fires, the Danielle fire, the Charlie fire, and this event right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're going to start a new top here. Looks like.
You haven't tried it?
Go back to half pyramid? Yeah. Oh, doing the half pyramid? Yeah. Have you do it water side.
Which is that? Right?
So So, right here, it's kind of how that one is. That one? So, you're going to be along the line. So, right here.
Exactly what they're doing? Just like what they're doing.
I did it already.
I did that one right here. Right here. Got it? Right, here's the line, right? Same way?
Got it.
So you'll do your 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. You guys need help? Next line.
As you can see how low the river is now, it doesn't look like a threat. But our waterways here and in the Delta, that can all change in just a few months. It's also the threat at any time of rodent damage that can erode a levee. And then we see it starts with boils, so we're constantly checking our levees for that. These crews know how to deal with temporary fixes.